Hello world and welcome back to the bench. You may have noticed I've moved. I kind of went from that side of the shop to this side of the shop. Texas is hot. Heat's coming out here. I do have some HVAC, but I noticed the vent pushes the air here, not really over there. And so I just got in front of things. But I'm sure you didn't come here to talk about the weather. Let's look at what's on the bench tonight. Salvation Army 64. I'm sure all of us have made that purchase at some point in time and said, well, that deal looks really, really, really good. Let's see what this really good deal really was. And I don't know, might be a quick video, maybe 15 minutes if everything kind of pans out. Maybe 15, even if it's a SID replacement chip. I now have an extra, so let's see what happened. All right, got a monitor view in there. Let's power this on. Oh, maybe I got to make sure I'm on the right input. Oh, no signal. I have power. I've got nothing. Well, oh, well, that really wasn't in there very well, was it? I thought I'd prepped a little better than that. Oh, hold on. That didn't seem to want to fit very well. Okay. That wasn't good. Okay, that's not very good at all. Let's take this out and put it on the bench, and let me hook up the test gear, and let's see where we go. All right, first impressions. Not the right, well, one of the screws isn't the right screw. It does have its shield and everything, so that's pretty cool. Second impressions, we're missing screws. Oh no. And there's little dots on all the chips. Okay, let's continue this. Is that all the screws? Well, that's... Did I miss a screw? What's going on? Oh, this is not a good sign at all. Oh yeah. This is not a good sign at all. Oh wow, a little broken standoff in here. Looks like one of these is broken where there wasn't a screw. That's interesting. That looks broken. There's a piece of something. All right, well, I'm going to go on record and say I think I got what I paid for. That is weird, look. I don't know, let's see if you can see that. There are dots on like these chips all down here. All right, so it goes black and then it shuts off. That is not fun. Okay, so this is my first time up against this. Well, I guess I can leave these in and maybe start looking at, well, let's do the heat test. Well, actually, I'm going to turn that off again. Let me take this off. Okay, well, I got thermal paste on here, but I barely have thermal paste on here, which makes me say somebody has obviously been in here. Again, all the dots, the lack of thermal paste. I think somebody tried working on this. Things didn't go well, and it ended up at Salvation Army as a donation, and maybe I helped support a good cause by purchasing this, but I don't know. We're going to leave this on. Again, went black for just a second. Leave this on for a second here. Maybe I'll get lucky again. Like Buzzy 64. I just oh, nobody socketed either. Well, I guess this chip is socketed. No, nothing feels hot. Nothing feels hot. Everything feels fine. All right, let's look and see. Let's just look around and see if we see anything. Again, I don't think I've ever seen, I haven't been in a ton of these, but there's like even a little yellow dot right there. There's black dots. Does that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know what they did. I don't know why they did it. Yeah, nothing is hot at all. Oh, I think I got a stinker. I think I got a stinker. What's really funny timing wise is I was watching another video and somebody, where was it? I just picked it up. Where is it? Where did it go? I should put it in that drawer. Maybe I had it in this drawer. There it is. The Retro Backbit Chip Tester Pro V2. I saw the Retro Chip Tester Pro 4 at BCF East. It was kind of expensive. And then I saw this, and it was kind of not as expensive. Well, that's just flashing on its own. Hold on. Huh. Okay, I'm going to change monitor cables, and we're going to just try that. Let's go with an old school cable. All right, I'll be right back. Let me get this cable hooked up, and I'm just going to go with, standard video out. I don't know. All right, I'm on the composite input now. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. It's stained black. There is a white line on the left. Let me see. I'm going to move this a little bit. Okay, so I moved a few things so you can see that slight line that's on the left edge right there. So at least the signal is staying constant now. Yep, there it is. I don't know why I'm pushing, but I am, just curious. All right. Okay, one chip tester. I have this bad SID chip. So let's see what happens when I throw the bad SID chip on here. Oh, I need power. Huh. We've got this. I'm going over to 65, 66 through 65, 69. This is the 6581. Dial it in. And this should fail. All right, failed all tests. That's actually perfect. That's what we want. Now there's only one in here that has anything to do with a socket. The U19 VIC chip. Where's my little popper? Where's my little chip popper? Where'd you go, chip popper? Huh. I don't know. I'm not going to use that. I'll be back when I find my tools. All right, so found my tool, and I also forgot to plug that in. Not that it's going to matter, because I think I have now been completely burned by the C64 gods, because I have been having a great run on machines. This guy has a little dot on him too. There we go. Yeah, we got a little dot right there. 65, 67, R8, 1984. All right, let's try putting you in. All right, we're all in. Let's lock that down. Can I go this way to go back? There we go. What am I looking for? 65, 60. Oh, here we go. It was the next one over. 65, 67. Vic 2, dial that in. All right, passed. NTSC, that's a good thing. I guess that's a green light, so that's awesome. I'm just going to go ahead and pull power on there. Let's try not to break this now, so I know it's good. Oh, you know what? Let's just do that real quick. All these legs look, well, obviously it passed. Everything looks really nice and clean. Well, it's kind of hard to work inside this little box. Am I... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's such a bad feeling. Like you're going to break something. One more time. Black screen. Nothing. Okay. I expect no different results. And I got no different results. Same little white line on the left side. You know, I've looked at the Commodore 64 pictorial reference guide that you can find online, and it, you know, depending upon the screen that comes up, it kind of can push you towards different chips or different problems that are happening. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's pretty cool. Someone made that. They did a really neat job. And I don't remember any of those being black. I remember those always showing something. All right, so if I have a black dot on this VIC chip and it was okay, and I have a black dot, black dot, black dot, yellow dot, black dot, black dot, black dot, black, 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 black. No, nothing on that one. That leaves U18, which is our SID, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, U18 is our SID, not having anything on it. I'm going to have to get out the desoldering gun. Oh, whoa. What do we have here? What do we have here? LE. I really haven't turned a bunch of these over because I haven't had to separate that bottom plate from a motherboard yet. Do they all have some kind of writing back there? This one does. Oh, and this one's definitely had some solder work done. Holy smokes. Can I get that up high enough and close enough? I don't know. Can you see? Right through here. Right through here. Yeah, there's definitely been someone soldering on this. I can't imagine that's the way it was. Because there, oh wow, it's really bad over here. Holy smokes. It is really bad. Oh, and it's really bad right here. I'm going to get a picture and we'll have Editor Rich put that picture in so you can kind of see what I'm seeing. And there's the LE that's on there. Like I said, this whole side of the board looks good. What's on this side? Did someone change the capacitors out? No, that's just a little darker right there. Okay, this is a dirty mess. Holy smokes. Okay, those are ones that have dots. So did they test okay after this work? I've got to sit here and ponder this for a minute. Okay, the more I look at this, the more it looks terrible. It just looks bad. Everything just feels bad about it. It does. I think I'm going to pull up my multimeter And where I have a lot of this really bad burn, is that extra soft? Nope, that's just a bunch of old flux in the way, is what I'm going to guess that is. I'm just going to hit some of the traces and things. Actually, I might just clean that up real quick. Did you ever get into a project and just go, I'm over my head? That's kind of where I feel right now. I think I'm over my head. It just keeps getting worse and worse. I think I said that earlier. It just keeps looking worse and worse every time I start to look at things. I'm going to poke around a little bit more, and I think I might need to do some consulting online about maybe my next steps. But I'm going to poke around a little bit. Let's see what we see. All right, we're back. Where there's a bunch of dirt bodge, right? I don't know what, just a bunch of dirt junk right there, probably from soldering. This trace makes it over here. This one, is this the one? It starts and drops. This one, I think is this one. Maybe that one? Nope, not that one. It's going nowhere. Oh, I knew at some point my dumb luck would run out on these machines. And I think I hit it. I think my dumb luck is now over. And this is a bigger project than my brain. Well, it hasn't been one day. It hasn't been 2 days. It's been a couple days. And what I have done has been reading online and watching videos. I have a sneaky suspicion my problem is not maybe those little traces. I have a sneaky suspicion my problem is going to be power related and probably those little traces that I couldn't trace. Let's power this up. So what I saw was there's a couple points that you should be testing for power, right? And let's put you down here. No, it's up here. It's up here. Okay. That you should be testing for power. And we are on right now. And I should be able to see power over here. I can't remember what it's supposed to be. 5 volts, I bet. There we go. So I see my power there. I should see power here. Well, that's weird. Why is it 5 volt also? Oh, I did measure between the... Oh, yeah, I measured between the wrong two. So over here, 5 volts. What's it, this one I'm supposed to measure? No. And then over here, I thought was going to be 12 or 9 or something. It's something, but it's not enough. I'll double check that in my notes or my brain later. Also, there is the voltage regulators down here that we should be able to take a peek at also. And if I got that right, center is, oh, here, let's bring it back in. Center's ground. I'm on the wrong setting. Yeah, that's not right. That's not enough. And then over here, that's not right either. All right, so power's weird, but we already know we got some weird issues along with those traces that were broken. I think there's a lot more to Army 64 than I can handle. So I think it's going to go back up for a little bit, get it put in here and on the shelf, and I'll come back to it another time when I have a little more skill. But before that, I did order a whole set to put everybody in sockets. So I might as well pull a couple and test a retro chip tester. And I might as well test the keyboard on a well-known good unit. So let me get some things unplugged, let me get out some desoldering, and let's pull off a couple chips and drop them on the retro chip tester. Boy, I tell you what, a lot of people talk about MOS. While I was gone also, and I remember I said a lot of these were black, Ryan looked at a picture for me and said, oh no, some of those are red, dude. So red good, red bad? I don't know. We'll have to find out, but the chip tester will help us. All right, see you in a minute. All right, first I'm going to start with marking the one Vic chip here. I know that's good. So we'll just give it a little checkbox instead of a blob, which will be nicer. Someone has a blob there, which doesn't really tell us a lot. Oh, where should I start? So U17 is the PLA. So on this board it's up here, so that means that's going to be the SID. Is going to be my guess. U18? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's do that. Saw a lot of talk about PLA. So let's do these. Let's just do one here with you. Well, shit, don't do, oh, okay, it's on the other side of that barrel. So there's the barrel, there's the one I want. Looks like it's definitely been done before. It's going to be those rows right there. Uh-oh, did I miss it? Nope. That's what happens when you look away for a second. Okay, some of those felt like there wasn't even solder on them. I don't know if you've used the Hako, when there's that little solder, you can almost feel your tip kind of go boop, and then you clean. Some of them, it's like I just went straight down and then was cleaning. So, I don't know, maybe I'm going to see a lot of weird solder jobs on this. Was that enough to break it free? I sure picked a hard location. Oh, there we go. Holy smokes. Guess what? That is my first Commodore 64 chip desoldering job, and I got it done. That might be the best I can say is I got it done. That might be all I can say is I got it done. All right, all the pins look good. Nothing looks too rusty or anything. Everything looks okay. There's some crap on there. Let's put it in the chip tester. Oh, 906114 PLA. What do you think? What do you think? Are we gonna pass? Oh, I gotta press the button. Then I gotta press test. Oh, it passed. All right, we got a PLA chip that works. That's great. Okay, let me put a little checkbox on that. I might have to send Ryan a photo with these two, with their dot being what color they are, and a picture of the motherboard again with all the other chips, and see if he can point me towards some that look suspect. But that was great. You know, I tell you, I got talked into getting the Hako desoldering, and it is definitely the cheat code for this. It made that super easy. I think if I would have known a little more, that would have gone better. But if you have any ideas or tips or things you like to do on desoldering, put it down below. That was my first one, and that seemed to go pretty good. Everything's out. I don't think I made any damage. If anything, I hopefully left it the same as when. Look at that. All that's been soldered. That could have. Was that at the factory? And you know, another thing I seem to have picked up watching these videos is there's pretty much. I mean, it's almost impossible, it seems like, for a board to be bad. Someone always can figure out, from bodging or checking this or changing out the power switch or anything, they seem to be able to figure out what the heck's wrong with these boards. I'm going to keep going offline with that one. But let's get our favorite donor, Bill, taken apart. And let's use Bill to test the keyboard. And I shouldn't call Bill a donor. I should call Bill my test platform, because that seems to be where I come back to all the time. Get in there. That took a little bit longer than I wanted. All right, let's get some video hooked up. Let's get some power hooked up. Make sure we're off. Let's just kind of set you on there evenly. Let's make sure you're set to the right input, because we're back to S video. There we go. Yay! Okay, things are up. Let's test the keyboard. All right, this is looking pretty good. Feels pretty snappy. How did I get that? How did I just get a semicolon? It did it again. What is that? I think my fat finger just moved over. Okay. I tell you what, I think we got a winner, folks. I think the keyboard on Army 64 is just fine. So that'll wrap us up for this week. I guess that would be the good way to look at it. Army 64, I'm going to get put back together again and find a place that secure the PLA chip. I will get Bill put back together. We'll get Haku put up. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on my journey and watching my very first Commodore 64 chip desoldering event. And I didn't break the chip and I didn't break the motherboard. I used patience. And Ryan, you would be happy. When it felt like I was pushing too hard, I stopped. I did things again, tried again. So hey, it was really tough though. There seemed to be just a little bit of solder I wasn't getting out that was kind of holding it in. Maybe I need to get another one of those chip pullers that goes straight up instead of the pry bar tool. I don't know. But hey, thanks for joining me. Have a great one. Bye now.